I mean, I had the gift to be able to go back over something that at the time I mean, when I look at myself in those tapes, I see myself as being kind of a prick. It's kind of a dick. And, uh, and it's interesting because inside I was, you know, in a completely different place that I remember as being. But so that was the one side of it. The other side of it was I was able to kind of look at it from the outside. And so when I went back and pieced it all together, it was really for me from the outside because you know I was never really I'm not on too many of the tapes and so it was a really great thing to look at the relationship between you and Dwayne and to have Dwayne's kind of like you know it brought back this whole like incredible rush of memories for me and then it definitely had a linear story to it that was being told and I don't know it was really a blast to do.
Night I was suicidal. Apparently I puked on my pillow, but I can't taste it in my mouth. Somebody said it was shitty. Now they say it's okay. I don't know. I'm in Europe.
Of course, you can tell when we're approaching a spark bar when you see the marijuana.
It's fucking freezing.
What I also really loved about that edit of that old 1988 footage is that it made me feel somewhat better because there we are starting a tour in the agent that's sitting there saying, sorry, I have no money for you. You must do this without any money.
You don't think I'm furious? I'm just infumed by this all. And you don't even have the personal money or something to, you like, either you don't have it, which I could understand, or you're not willing to come up and lay some of your own personal money out.
We want to do the tour. We want to have a show of good faith. Know that in faith we can trust everybody.
We really were doing things always without money and always without, it was always about the love of the music, and it really shows in there as well. Well, we were really into it, and money was very secondary to just being able to go somewhere, like being in Yugoslavia or being somewhere was just really what it was all about.
We're in Ljubljana.
Ljubljana?
Yeah.
Here we are in Yugoslavia. Well, we played in Yugoslavia now.
It's a complete riot.
We all remember that Chairman Mao said that freedom comes from the end of a gun. That's what George Bush does, you know. Freedom comes from the end of a gun. Freedom by war. That sounds like George Orwell, not George Bush.
To me, what would most people do? I mean, you know, you have another country invading your country. There's no clear objectives, there's no purpose to why they're here, to why they're there. They know we're there to take down Saddam Hussein, but to them, they just want you out of your country. You have their houses being raided and tore up. You have their sons and their husbands getting killed. Then you have them retaliating back, which causes chaos like there is there now. I don't think personally it's terrorists. No, it's not terrorists. It's the farmers and the fathers, the mothers, the children that are trying to fight for what they have, because that's all they do have.
I think that the extras, which include a documentary on the effects of war, the war that we're currently involved in, over the long term, as opposed to how we're being fed it by the media in terms of significant losses from day to day. With the interviews that Bill's gotten with people like Ramsey Clark, which I find really fascinating in the sense that it corroborates the idea that war over the last 50 years has gone from being something that's romanticized in the First World War, where a lot of people went and learned that war wasn't that pretty when it came to the cost and the effects, to something of what we've been propagandized to believe as clinical and clean wars. And I think the documentary breaks down that aspect of the true costs of war, in the sense of when you put a blockade on people to end something, much as they did in the end of the First World War, going into the Second World War. The cost to a country becomes the hidden cost to the country in terms of casualties becomes immense. In the terms of this war, from the first Gulf War to the shock and awe war that we're currently involved in, the costs with depleted uranium are going to affect us all, and we need to look at those things in a different light than how we are. And if we would see that the effects of this are going to be affecting us and our children for years to come, maybe then there could be change. So I'm happy that that's included too.